What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube universe? This is your boy, the Ryan Nation here, and today in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to change guitar strings. Now, I know there's a lot of videos out there basically explaining how to change your guitar strings, and this is going to be the video I make that I'll be showing you how I change my guitar strings. So basically, for what you're going to need to change guitar strings is you need the following, which is, the first one is basic, and that is a guitar. The next thing you're going to need are your new set of strings. Third thing you're going to need are some string clippers or some wire cutters. They'll work the same. And lastly is optional, but I would definitely recommend using this for this, is a string winder. Now, I'm going to show you guys how I do it. There's actually two ways I know how to do it. I'm going to show you the one way that I can do it. And this will work for all guitars, acoustic or electric. So let's get into this. Okay, people, so today in this video, being as I got my guitar now, I'm using my Jasmine S35 to be restrung. I bought this guitar at my local music shop, Allentown Music, and I want to change the strings to extra light. So here I have my D'Addario bronze extra light strings. Right here, these are extra light. I always go with ones that have 10 gauge because it makes it a lot easier on the fingers. And I also have my handy string winder right here so that I can unwind it a little bit. And so next thing that before I start actually working on this is obviously when you're retuning a guitar or something or restringing it completely, what you want to do is you want to set it like set the neck on something like a neck cradle or something. And since I don't actually have a guitar neck cradle, I'm just going to do the Jared Dines method, and that is to use a roll of paper towel. One roll of paper towel to hold the neck in place. So I just put it right under here, like that, and there, it sets up nicely. I'm going to remove this capo from there. And now I can start to unwind it. And now, as you can see, right down here I have my iPhone, and it's going to be zoomed in on the headstock so that you guys can see how I'm doing it. So here we go. Okay, so now you want to take your handy string winder. This is a 2-in-1. It's also a string clipper at the end. So now you just take it and you start to detune it. You put it on here, start to detune it, you know? So somewhat like that. And just do that for all the strings. Your side. What if I can time this? Sometimes it's hard to get that in there. Come on. There. Okay, now that all the strings are all loose and everything, the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take out the pegs here. Now this is where kind of like the string winder comes in handy. If you have a regular string winder, if you have a normal string winder, usually there would be like a gap right there, so you can use it to pull up the pegs. But this one is actually on this end right here, so I'm going to use that end to pull up the pegs. I gotta be careful with this. This last one's hard to get out. I have to get the other one. I'm noticing I'm kind of damaging the bridge. Remember I had difficulty once with this one. That hurt. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know why it's always the last pegs, but I decided to get my normal string winder. This is what a normal one looks like, and try to see if I can pull it out that way. Well, this one's... So basically, if you've got this loosened up, you can basically pull that out. I'm going to try to see if I can get this last thing out. Okay, got it. Got the last one out. That was a tough one. Maybe this thing was still tight. That's probably why it was like that. So, my fault. I should have loosened it a little bit more. I still need to loosen it though. Okay, so make sure you don't lose your pegs. Make sure you don't lose those. So, let's set them aside right here. Okay. Now let me see if I can loosen this a little bit more so I can get the string out. There we go. So now I got all the strings out of the pegs. I got the pegs out. Did a little bit, just put some dents in here by mistake, but you know, that's okay. It won't damage it that much. Not that much damage. So now you got that, you basically just want to take the strings off now. You can cut one by one, but obviously I just like to do this part. Put those aside for a minute. Okay, now that that's taken care of, sorry if you can't see my head a little bit. I'm trying to get close to it as possible. But anyways, so now you got your own little strings right here. You take the old string right here, and what you want to do is you want to take them and wrap them up like how it looks when you're getting a new pack of strings. Just wrap them up neatly, nicely. This, oops, I did that the wrong way. Okay, so basically once this is all wrapped up, then you have a set of pack of strings that you can just dump in the garbage afterwards. And I just realized I missed a string. Dang it. Don't worry, I'll just throw that out with it. Anyways, now I'm going to take my new set of D'Addarios and open them up. There we go. So, with these ones, they all come in the one package. It shows a little diagram right here. You probably can't see it from that angle, but it has a little diagram to show you which string is which. So from 1 to 6 is basically high to low if it's 1 to 6. So I always start with the low E string, so I'm going to start with the 6th string. So let me open this up. Okay. And the low, it says according to this that the low E string is the golden ball end. These ones have colored ball ends right there. So I'm going to find the gold one. That would be the low E string. So it's going to be on this one. I got to unwrap it because there's another string on it. So let me get to those. There it goes right there. Just take the one with the golden end if you're using D'Addarios, because that's what I'm using. Next thing you want to do is you want to put them right in here. The hole, this is the low E string, so you put them right here. And then you take your peg and just put it right back in there. Just kind of slip it in there like this. Just kind of pull it a taut, I think. That's how they say it, a taut. So there, it's nice and in there. Okay, so now I'm going to put it up here. And just 1 second. Okay, so then next thing you want to do is you want to take the string and pull it. Make sure this is in line, you know, make sure it's like facing forward. Make sure all these are facing forward so that there's no complications. So make sure that first Oops, wrong way. I always get that confused. Right there. So make sure you align these. Definitely most important when you're restringing it. Okay, so now that the holes are aligned, now I'm going to take the string, put it through the first one, like that. And then just pull it like that. But before we start winding, you just got to take it right here. You can either do this two ways. You have to give this guitar some slack so that there's not too much tension on the headstock. So there's two ways. You can just measure it up from 1 fret, or you can measure up one string head, like right here, and then just pull it back like this. And that will give it some slack. So the next thing you want to do is you want to hold this down like that and let the string go up, like kind of look upwards like this. And that's when you have your little handy string winder right here. And then you just want to start tuning. Start going forward and tuning it and just winding it up. Make sure to keep a hold of this on the bridge, and make sure it goes underneath too. Don't let it go over. Make sure that when the string's winding, make sure it goes underneath, not over. And you can see that the string is starting to pull tighter now. See, now you got a tone right there. So then, once you think it's good enough, then you don't have to actually put it into tune yet. So you can just, basically, what you want to do is you want to take your handy string clippers, which is combined with my peg winder, and you want to take the excess string, and you just want to clip that part off. You can go as close as you can, but try not to clip this end, otherwise that would not be good. Okay, so just right here. And there, see? It's nice and evenly wrapped underneath the thing. So I'm gonna do that with this side, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to do it with the other side. So I'll be right back. So as you guys can see now, I flipped the guitar over because I'm going to be stringing the other 3 strings. I already put the first 3 strings on here. Now I'm gonna do the other 3 and show you guys how I do it on this side, on the other side. You know, because this is like the 4-way headstock. 6-way, I don't know how you say it, but here we go. So, just again, this is the D string. Oh no, wait, this is the G string, I meant. This is the G string. So just put it in here, just do the same thing. Just pull that. So it's good. It's good and tight, okay? Now I'm gonna pull it up here and put it through the headstock. And then just take it right there, give it the slack, you know, and then hold it down like that, and then just tune it, start going counterclockwise to tune it up. Just hold that down, make sure you're holding this. That's evenly wrapping. Sometimes it always slips off my hand, and that annoys me. Oh crap. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah, so just make sure you fix anything that you make, kind of like how I just did. And just clip it in. And then just clip it just like normal. Oops, I almost cut that string. Would have been a big mistake. and I'll come back to you once I get the last string on. Okay, so basically now that the strings are all on, next thing you're gonna want to do is not just tune it up and then just play it. What you want to do is next you want to stretch the strings actually. Now there's two ways you can do this, and the first way, not the way I used to do it, it's the way I used to do it, but I don't do it anymore that way. What I used to do was I usually take the string and I just tug on it like that. But now, instead, what you can do is if you have one of these handy tuners right here, you just tune it up to pitch and then tune it a half step up. That way the strings will stretch out that way. And then just leave it like that for a minute or two and then tune it back down to pitch, basically. That's basically it, you know, once, see, it's already half step up. I think just drop down though, but once the minute's up, then the strings will be nice and stretched out, and the guitar will be ready to be played. So yeah. So now what I'm doing is just tuning them back down to pitch. Okay, so now it's all tuned up to pitch. Maybe do one more quick over just to be sure before you actually confirm that it's all good and stretched out. Okay, so now so there, now the guitar is all good, the guitar is all up to key, and it's all ready to go now. So guitar is all good, see? Jeez, let me try that again. So yeah, there we go. So that's basically how you do it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The first time I ever strung a guitar, I did it the wrong way. Basically, just kind of wrapped it around. I mean, some people do that, but it's a different kind of way. I didn't give it any slack, and basically it caused too much tension to it, and I couldn't really hold this down at all. So, big nightmare, but now I can hold it down. But that's basically it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the page, and then, you know, stay tuned for any more of my future videos that come out. And yeah, that's basically it. So see you guys in the next video. Peace out.